Hi folks, this is Jay. Hope you're okay today. It's good to see you. I'm just really doing an open letter because I really am concerned, and I think that enough's enough from the atheist community, and I just think it has to stop what you're doing towards me as an atheist community online on YouTube. You crossed the line a long time ago, and this is a very serious it's very serious really, and so this is an open letter to Thunderfoot, DPR Jones, to Aaron Ram, Matt Dillonty, David Silverman and Dan Barker, and this is an honest open letter to you because I really feel that it's getting serious and enough's enough. I'm going to tell my own story on this video, so I don't want you to see that as me scoring points, because I need to tell my story, because I'm not allowed to tell my story. All the videos that I've made about this issue I've taken down because I don't want to cause controversy, because I don't want the attention and the persecution that your community has been giving me. And so I've taken down most of the videos about this issue. You have, as a community, many videos about this issue, about me. And this is an open letter to you people, because I just hope that maybe one of you will step in and have a conversation with the people who are involved in this.
Hi, I'm a dick. I'm the one who made you cry your first day of school. I'm the one who made up all those horrible things to your friends. I'm the one who made you change schools 3 times. People like me, we're everywhere, and we come in all different forms. Hey, bitch. One thing's for sure, I've been ruining people's lives for years. And now, I can do it all the time online. I mean, let's be serious. Can you really imagine a world without me?
Say enough is enough, and it has to stop. It has to stop. The line's been crossed. It's gone beyond debate. It's gone beyond atheism and Christianity. It's just gone way beyond that, and it has to stop. The situation is that that I'm not able to function on YouTube without being harassed, without being cyberbullied from your community. And it's not trolls, it's also some of your main people who are doing YouTube channels, or even if they're not main people, the people who have a decent profile on YouTube, and they are atheist. And it's come to the point where I can't do anything on YouTube without being cyberbullied, without being harassed, and without things going on that are just not fair. And it has to stop, and it's just not fair. And it's beyond, it's gone beyond atheism, it's gone beyond Christianity. And I'm just going to get on doing my videos, my scholarly videos. I'm going to get on doing my scholarly videos. I'm going to preach the gospel on YouTube. I'm not against free speech. I don't mind the atheist community having free speech and criticizing me. I don't mind that. I'm not against free speech. I'm all for free speech, and I'll defend people's right to free speech. But I don't have a base on YouTube anymore. There's no YouTube channel where I can call a base, because if I have a base, it's immediately attacked. So I don't have a base. I'm constantly having to open new YouTube channels, which I'm doing every couple of weeks now, opening new channels, because I have to go onto new places and upload new material, because I don't know where I'm going to get harassed next.
When we were in school, bullying looked like this.
A knuckle sandwich.
Cyberbullying refers to incidents where adolescents use technology such as computers or cell phones to harass, threaten, or humiliate their peers. With cyberbullying, a child loses their sense of safety even at home.
Talk to me and remind me often about the dangers of using the internet.
Teach me how to deal with conflict.
Set age-appropriate guidelines for me.
Practice proper internet usage and lead by example.
Monitor my use of internet, cell phones, and social networks. Nervous or jumpy after receiving a text message?
Do I avoid discussions about what I'm doing on the computer?
Am I withdrawing from my friends in social situations?
Do I refuse or appear uneasy about going to school?
Have I seemed angry, depressed, or frustrated after using the computer?
Check with your child's school on how they address cyberbullying. For more information, visit ncpc.org or stopcyberbullying.org.
So this isn't fair. It just isn't fair. It's just gone beyond atheism and Christianity. Now, this is the story and this is the truth, and I want you to take this on board, DP and Thunderfoot and Aaron Rat and Matt Delunty and David Silverman and Dan Barker. But I made a lot of videos on atheism, attacking atheism, and I believed everything I was saying. From 2011 roundabout to 2012 up to 2013, I made many videos attacking atheism. I said things that I shouldn't have said, and I have apologized for them, but I meant a lot of things that I said because I believed they were true. But I wasn't at my best. I was not particularly at my best. I was coming out of a very difficult period of my life. And now I am back to normal. I'm back to the Jason Burns that I've always been. Excuse me. Now I want to get on and do the things that make me happy. And what makes me happy on YouTube is doing preaching the Bible and just doing scholarly videos and maybe doing scholarly critiques of atheism, not the incessant everyday attacking atheism like I used to do. That's over. I don't want to get involved with that. But there are some people in your group that have become obsessed with me, have become fanatical towards me, who won't let it go from what happened prior to 2013. They just won't let it go, and they still think that there is this kind of atheist war against me and the atheist, ideologically speaking, and there isn't. And yet, but they're still in that mentality, they're still in that kind of fanatical mode where they want to completely get the theist. Now I'm going to tell you my story the way it is. I know you're not going to agree, DP. I know you're not going to agree, Thunderfoot, or any of you. I know that. But I just want the opportunity to tell my story, and then I just want to tell you as it is. But I've been on Fundamentally Flawed a few times, and DP, I got muted, and you rounded on me, and you were absolutely disgusting the way you rounded on me. You called me a footwit, you called me all that. You were just horrible. And that really upset me and really got me angry. And Jim Gardner was being abusive and angry towards Christian Apologist. And somehow I got involved with a fundamentally flawed group. And I wish I'd never got involved, because I do feel that some of the people on there were fanatical. Once they got the teeth into me, they wouldn't let go. So I had a debate with you, DPR Jones, and as far as I'm concerned, I won. But after the show, on New Covenant Group, you, Ozzy, and Christopher Mort, many groups were wading in and talking about me, saying that I plagiarized. I felt so alienated and disgusted by this that I really just wanted to leave YouTube. On top of that, I was invited on the Left Coast Atheist, where they were talking nice to me, but they just wanted me to talk about my depression to make me look bad. The same with Alex Bolton. He wanted to talk about my depression to try and make me look bad. And that's all they ever talked about. They didn't talk about my scholarly videos or anything. All trying to make me look bad. And then, in the end, I made a video and I rounded on Alex and Jim Gardner, and I said a few things about his wife, and I didn't mean to upset his wife. They played the victim and said, oh, you've been horrible to us and everything. I got loads of phone calls from people connected to them threatening me. They didn't say they were connected to them, but people were connected to them, because it was the same people who sent me nasty messages threatening me. And that really depressed me and really scared me. So I made a video in the hope to stop them from threatening me, because I had at least 10 threats. I made a video saying I've committed suicide. I realised it was stupid. I pulled it down, but I did that in the hope that these people would stop. Meanwhile, there is a YouTube archive channel called Jason Burns, where they were all commentating, oh, we must do something about it, knowing that this was a cry for help, that it was not true, because I went on there and told them I've taken it down and there's nothing wrong with me, I'm okay. But they went on, oh no, we must help you, Jason, being malicious. They kept that video up, and they've kept it up even to this day. That video was up, and then I had the police come round 12 hours later. The atheist community said they were caring, and they didn't care, because they're clearly malicious, because you can see the comments even under the video about how malicious they were. I told the police I'd taken it down. They came, they looked at the video at my computer, they saw that actually the police, actually the video was on the Atheist channel, an Atheist channel that other atheists that are well known commute to and support. And they deny that they have supported it, but they have. So then 2 weeks later, after that, I get a letter from my doctor, and I saw comments from atheists, shh, don't say anything, we're getting it sorted. So they all knew that this was happening. They all knew that something was in the pipeline. The guy called Jim Gardner arranged this, but other people, Alex has denied that he was involved, but he and many atheists knew what was happening. And I got a letter through the post, and basically I was asked to come to see my doctor for a checkup. The doctor said they could section me because they've had complaints about my wanting to commit suicide, and I must stop attacking atheists. I told her that the whole background, that these are malicious atheists, and she realised that I was well, that I'm okay, and she read out some of the reasons why she thought I was ill, and one of them was, oh, you've got too many books in your room. On top of this,
They think you're crazy. They think you're mad. They call you stupid, worthless, tell you you're not worth it. And now you're walking back to a place you call home, but you feel so alone. It's the same hurtful hits, it's a darker place in your virgin ears. The remarks they make, and if they really knew all of those things that you do in your room to hide the pain, I bet their minds would change. Yeah, I bet their minds would change. They'd change if they knew the pain. Change, 'cause I believe in the scars, 'cause I believe.
She said, I said, well, the police didn't inform me about this. And she said, well, they should have informed you. And I said, yeah, but you didn't inform me. She said, I did. I said, no, you didn't. She said, I did. And she didn't, so I left it. But she lied because she never told me that she was asking me to come in about my mental health. At that point, I came out and I was utterly shocked that the atheist community had arranged this behind my back without my permission, without contacting me, without the police contacting me, without my doctor contacting me. I was utterly devastated that such a thing could happen. I don't think the atheist community realise how shocking that kind of experience, that compares, whatever I said about Alex and his wife, this is humongous compared to whatever I've said about them. I was utterly traumatized by that experience. At the same time, not long after that, DPR Jones, you were on a fundamentally show. You took the piss. You said, oh, don't debate me, I might top myself, and everybody left. This is the community that supposedly cared about me. Alex said he wasn't there and it wasn't him, but that video is on his show, showing you how malicious he is for allowing it on. So, on top of that, my auntie goes into hospital and seriously ill, has an operation. I have countless atheists attacking me. Some of them had tried to be nice, like Alex saying, oh, how's your auntie? But they were all involved, he as well, attacking me at the time when my auntie was seriously ill. Harassing me and cyberbullying me. He was coming on shows that I didn't want him to come on, and I felt harassed. People from the left coast atheists were coming on, and I felt harassed because I didn't want them around because of what happened to me. I lost my channel, which was 2,000 videos. I lost all my scholarly videos. Other atheists uploaded my old videos, so there were like 4 stock accounts as if they were me, with all my silly videos, and you just kind of making me look a complete crazy nutcase, which was not the case. And I couldn't speak or say anything because if I made videos, they'd be flagged. If I did scholarly videos, the channel that it'd be on, you'd pull it down. In the end, it's come to a head where I was listening to Captain Awesome Show and Live Life was on there because I'd just been DMCA'd. from your atheist community, and I was DMCA'd and angry about it. Made a video where I was really angry and upset because I was sick of the persecution and the obsession with some atheists. I forgot to tell you I got a threat from Jim Gardner, who then changed his tune when he realised he could do this about the doctor.
The first time I probably heard the term cyberbullying, I was in probably the end of 6th grade. I understood that it was just people being really mean to each other online or over the phone or text messaging. I don't think I thought that it could happen really. It was kind of like an in another world kind of a thing. I had a best friend and we got into this really big fight, and then she was saying really mean things to me over text messages and on the phone. The main thing that I remember that she said was that I was a horrible person and that she didn't understand why anyone else would ever want to be my friend. That really hurt me, and I will never forget that. She would write something public and it was just something really mean, like, oh, I hate her. Everyone knew that we were best friends, but then we were in a fight. So everyone knew it was about me and it was really embarrassing. There was nothing that I could do. And I didn't want to write something like that about her because I knew it wasn't right. I wouldn't want to tell my mom, but then it got really bad and I just knew that I needed my mom to help me. So I told my mom and then she helped me. I think dealing with the cyberbullying situation is really hard to just deal with it by yourself. Talk to your parents and your close friends and try and get them to help you, because the longer that you don't stand up for yourself, the longer the cyberbullying will go on.
Then I went on the Captain Awesome show because I heard Live Life was on there, 8072, saying that I could kill people. Jason, if you keep doing this to him, he could kill people. And I was utterly dismayed and shocked that he could say something like that about me. So I went on the show to show that I'm a decent bloke, that I'm friendly. I apologised to Kat and Alex when I'm just taking their word. I don't know what they're saying is true, it's just their word. But at the end of the day, I'd apologised twice already. A couple of people apologised to me, but there was no recognition on the show about concerning the abuse that they had all done towards me concerning this issue of trying to be sectioned. There was complete denials that they all said they didn't know what was going on, which was complete nonsense. It was just a complete lie. And I was really friendly on that show. They took the t-shirt off having fun, so I took my t-shirt off. That's how friendly I was, trying to build bridges with these atheists. They then said, oh, come on the show and talk about truth. I felt that really no one wanted me to come on. I said I'll come on, but the next day I changed my mind because I didn't feel that anybody really wanted me, and every time I go on I'm always sabotaged. So anyhow, I decided to go on, and they were all talking about my so-called mental health because I made a video that day. But the thing is, at the time when I went on, they weren't talking about it. It's just my connection wasn't very good, and I had to come off to change to another channel, YouTube channel, to come back on the Google Hangout. Unbeknown to them, I was listening in, and they were talking about my so-called mental illness, about the doctor and about the police, and I was utterly shocked. I thought, they don't know the facts. They shouldn't be talking about somebody's mental illness like that if they were mentally ill, which I'm not. And I was utterly shocked, and I came off. I said, no, you were just talking behind my back, because as soon as I came on, they changed the subject to talking about aliens or something. And that's my story, whether you believe it or not. You've got, as an atheist community, you've got 4 or 5 sock accounts of my old videos. That means you've got 3,000-4,000 of my videos without my permission. So when you type in Jason Burns, these videos come up. You've got Alex Borton's videos come up against me. My videos against him are not up. I've taken them down because I'm sick and tired of his cyberbullying and following me around, and I'm trying to build bridges with him. I'm trying to be nice with him. And he has been involved in cyberbullying, and he's wiggled his way out of it. But he has. He's lied through his back teeth. And he's obsessive with me. He won't leave me alone. I'm trying to be nice to him. I've even invited to have a conversation with him. But the guy's obsessive. Jim Gardner's obsessive. Lenny is a creep. He is an utter creep. He's a creepy person. He talked to me on Skype, recorded me without me knowing. He's apologised to it now, which has been over a year since he did that. So he's left me in pain for a year because of that. And then he's saying, oh, if you make any videos, I will call you out and all this, as if he's some kind of policeman of YouTube. Very, very creepy. Captain Awesome is just a guy. He's a nice guy, but he's just mixed up. But they're obsessed. They're obsessed with me. The guy, Captain Awesome, has got all my videos on his computer. The guy is utterly obsessed with me. They're all obsessed. And it's got to stop. Alex Borton, Jim Gardner, the fundamentally and the Captain Awesome crew and these channels that they've set up, these other atheists that have set up channels where they collect my videos and they don't have permission. They're obsessed, and it's got to stop. It's not fair. I'm frightened of making videos about atheism because I might get sectioned. I'm frightened of being on any particular channel now, because that channel might get pulled down. I'm frightened of, I don't want to go and get involved with atheists on their shows because I'm frightened that you might cyberbully me. I don't want to. I would love to have academic debates, but you don't want to get involved in academic debates. So, and yet you're still continually trying to drag me into controversies that I don't want. I don't want to be involved.
I heard about a lot of things my friends were doing online that were really mean or just plain crazy. I never thought I would do anything like that. One day my friend Pat showed me a website he made. He posted a list of girls in our school and had guys we know go on and rate them. Sort of a hot or not kind of website. I thought it was pretty funny, so I rated them too. We had a good laugh and I thought that was the end of it. The next day everyone at school was talking about it. He had sent it out to the whole school to see. I could tell a couple girls had been crying, and I knew it was because of what the guys had said about them and how they looked. I felt bad, but I didn't really get it until I went home that night. Turns out, the guys had put my little sister on the site too, but hid it from me because they knew I would get upset. She was crying when I got home and she wouldn't even look at me. I would never have said those things to someone's face. I didn't even mean them. I thought it was just a joke between friends. Now Pat's suspended from school, and they might kick me out too. Once you put something online, you lose control of it. You can never get it back, and people can use it in ways you never even meant. I learned that the hard way. I wish I never saw that stupid site.
freedom of speech curtailed. I don't want to bash atheists and bash the atheist community. I tried to reach out on you and Captain Awesome Show. I let the barriers down. I tried to build bridges, but you broke your side of the bargain as you'd always do, because I went on the show again the next day, and you were backstabbing me again, talking about me when you thought I wasn't listening in. It's not right that Live Life would say that I could kill people. That's gone beyond. That's just gone beyond. It's just gone way, way beyond anything. That you've just gone way, way beyond the mark. You overstepped the mark when you started to threaten me, when you started to do these things and get in contact with my doctor. I have to leave my doctor now because of this. That's because of your interference. It's really, really, really shocking. I don't think the atheist community realise how shocking this all is, what they've done. It's really, really, really shocking. People can spin on the Christian side and the atheist side. This is really, really shocking, what you did. It really is shocking. And then, to top it all, you didn't even stop then. When my auntie was dying, you still had to kick in the boot there. It really, really has to stop. And Alex can come on and his wife say, oh, you've upset us, apologise. But when I'm getting attacked, when my auntie's dying, and you lot don't go, oh, we're sorry that our groups have been attacking you. It's double standards and it's not fair. When Alex has got tons of videos about me and all my videos have been taken down about him, it's not fair. It's not fair that Jim Gardner can send threats to me and intimidate me by coming on a channel and saying, oh, Jason, if I make a video on atheism, oh, Jason's ill, let's get it all sorted out. That's a threat. It has to all stop. I don't want anything to do anymore with the fundamentally flawed Jim Gardner, Alex Bolton. I don't want nothing to do with that group or anybody connected to them. I don't want anything to do with the Left Coast Atheist. I don't want anything to do with Captain Awesome Crew or Lenny. I think these people are creepy. I think these people are cyberbullies. I think these people are obsessed with me, and I think that they need to call time on it. The Jason Burns of today is not the Jason Burns of 2013, and they need to leave me alone, and they need to let me get on. I am not going to bother them. I'm not going to make any videos about them. I'm going to upload this video so people get my version of the story on other channels. But the line is in the sand. I'm not going to make any more videos. But you, Thunderfoot, you, DPR Jones, you, Iron David Silverman, Dan Barker, Matt Delunty, you are responsible. It's not a case of you're all individuals. You have to take collective responsibility as a community. And in your community, you have cyberbullying going on. I have been harassed by these people. I don't want them in my life. I don't want them around me. I don't want them making videos about me because it's harassment. I am not involved with them. I don't want to be involved with them. I've tried to reach out to these people and I don't want to reach out to them anymore because I feel that I've been abused to death by these people. And you as a community need to come together, you need to talk about it, and you need to make a decision about me, and that decision has to be to leave me alone. To let me just get on. I did 5 videos last night on the Martyrs, 4 videos on Fox's Martyrs, 5 videos on the Trinity, and 1 video on evolution. That's where I'm going. That's what I want to do. I don't want to be dragged into any controversies. I don't want to get involved in any controversies with any atheists. I want to be left alone. I've had a traumatic time with you atheists the last few months. Going to the doctor was horrendous. It was absolutely disgusting. Having phone calls harassing me was absolutely disgusting. That you got the police to come round and you're all saying you care, but at the same time you take the piss out of me a few weeks later on a hangout shows that you didn't care. Because when you were taking the piss, it wasn't taking the piss generally. You were taking the piss about mental illness and about, oh, don't argue with me, said UDP, or I'll top myself. So these are the people. You're the kind of people that got the police to come round because you cared and you wanted to care. Well, you didn't care because you wouldn't make fun of it and you wouldn't talk about me, about my health, mental health, whatever that is. And I'm not mentally ill, I'm fine. I get depressed sometimes, I get low sometimes. I get very low when you lot start attacking me. That gets me really down and makes me ill when I get cyberbullying and threats from people. But you don't care. And I pleaded with you and pleaded with you. I've even put ketchup on me from the front and said, please, I'm bleeding, stop these people. Pull these archive channels down. And then involved in controversies. And I'm just saying enough's enough. It cannot be right that Live Life would come on a show and say that I could kill people. That is just not right. It can't be right that Jim Gardner got the doctor to try and section me without even consulting me, without my doctor consulting me, without the police consulting me. It can't be right that my auntie was dying and you were all attacking me at that time. It can't be right that you all ganged up on me and accused me of plagiarism and you didn't give me an opportunity to answer. It can't be right that I get angry and I round on Alex Bolton and his wife, and then you keep saying I've got to apologise, when I've apologised 3 times. And the fact is, it was you as a community, them and their show, which was cyberbullying me before, and New Covenant Group, and you, Ozzy, because you were wading in at the time, and you didn't give me an opportunity to answer you back. So I want to communicate to you that how would you feel if you were going to make a video that you were scared that you could be sectioned? How would you feel if a member of your family was dying and you was constantly attacked? How would you feel if you have a number of sock accounts, people collecting your videos and putting them up without your permission, and that every time people typed your name in, it was those accounts that came up? How would you feel if every time you go on a Google Hangout people always sabotage you. How would you feel if you want academic debates with atheists and they won't engage with you? How would you feel if on a number of occasions now you had to lose a number of your channels? There was one time where I had 3,000 subscribers on a channel. Now I'm hounded to the point where I only have a few hundred at the most on this one. I have some on Zwima 100, but I never make videos live there. I just upload old videos. But I don't have a channel where I can come live where it has a decent subscriber base. But I had 3,000 subscribers. How would you feel if you lost 3,000 subscribers and that some of your channels you only have 2 subscribers, 126? How would you feel if when you set up a channel you're getting DMCA'd by atheists? How would you feel if you're constantly trying to do something and you get phone calls of threats because people feel that they can do that? How would you feel with some atheist leaders where they're obsessed with you and trying to goad you all the time? How would you feel? I can't win with Jim Gardner and Alex Bolton because they're weasels. They wiggle the way out of it. They're the masters at spinning and wiggling the way out. But there is some issue here of an obsession of them between me. They're obsessed with me. And Captain Awesome crew are obsessed with me. There's a culture of atheists that are obsessed with me. And the days of 2013 are over. I'm not interested in getting in controversy. I don't want to get involved in controversy. I just want the right to my free speech. I don't want to engage with you atheists. I don't want to be on your Google Hangouts. I feel threatened all the time. I don't feel part of your community. I don't think you want me around anyway to engage with me. You don't want to engage with my scholarship. Live Life said they've engaged with my scholarship. But he hasn't engaged with it. Nobody's engaged with my scholarship. You've engaged with a little bit of it, and that's about it. About 1%. Most of my scholarly videos have been lost because I've had to take YouTube channels down because of threats and intimidation from some atheists. So basically, I really believe that Youth Underfoot, DPR Jones, RNR, David Silverman, Dan Barker, Alex Bolton, Jim Gardner, Captain Awesome Crew, and many other atheist leaders out there and groups You need to sit down. Live Life 8072, Magic Sandwich. You need to sit down. You need to have a conversation. And you need to make a decision. And you need to make a policy about me. And that policy has to be leave Jason Burns alone. Because it's gone beyond. You're not going to tip me over the edge, because this is the last communication that I'm having with the atheist community. From now on, I'm going to ignore you. I will copy this video and I'll put it on other channels so that people get my side of the story. But as of now, I'm just going to ignore you. I want to continue to make decent videos. I want to make scholarly videos. I want to preach when I feel free, when I feel I want to. I don't want my
Nice shirt.
I received a lot of very vulgar messages from guys and girls.
Think I'm fat and ugly, then like everyone here must.
Cyberbullying is a growing phenomenon. In fact, 19% of Canadian youth between the ages of 11 and 15 say they've experienced some form of bullying through text messaging or online. Like Jasmine Papoutsis, who was in high school when the online bullying started.
People would randomly message me like stupid little stuff like, oh, you're fat, or oh, you're ugly, or your pictures look awful, or whatever. When I was dating my ex-boyfriend, his ex-girlfriend, who lived in a completely different province, I had never met her, added me on Facebook. She had commented on one of my photos. I knew she was being sarcastic, but I was like, oh, okay, like, well, thanks. And then one of her friends added me and started commenting on it, and it just went into this huge fight where they just kept on insulting me about random things, calling me fat, calling me ugly, calling me stupid, saying that I should kill myself, that no one wants me around, all this sort of stuff, like girls that I'd never even met.
Psychologist Wendy Craig, who's been tracking cyberbullying for more than 10 years, says that's no surprise.
What youth cyberbully about is usually about relationships. The other thing that it's about is about physical appearance.
For Carly Parks, it started with a rumor.
It got to be a huge scene on Facebook. I received a lot of very vulgar messages from guys and girls, and it lasted for about 3 months.
It was no different for Kim Vandenberg.
In grade 9, I was often bullied. I told teachers about what was going on, but they didn't do anything about it. So after about a year, I went to my parents and they went straight to the principal, but that just made it worse. The principal talked to the girls and they just kept bullying me more and more because I told on them.
It was really overwhelming. It was my first year of high school. It made me feel very small and like I didn't have any control over what was happening.
Cyberbullying makes me feel like crap, really. It just makes me feel lonely and like no one really cares.
For children who are bullied, they're at high risk for depression or anxiety. If you're cyberbullied, you're much more likely to experience those, over and above the effects of it happening in a face-to-face or traditional way. It gets better. So that even though youth have this perception that adults are going to make it worse, the research clearly shows that the bullying, starts to taper off.
Things have turned around. All 3 girls have found ways to move on.
I try to be an advocate for cyberbullying now. If I see people chirping or insulting people online, I take it upon myself to message that person directly and make sure they're okay and let them know that like high school sucks, but you get through it. High school's only 4 years of your life.
I'm just really careful about who I trust. things can turn around and be, like, my words can be changed into something that isn't true, isn't what I actually meant or said.
Is nothing to worry about. It seems like the worst thing in the world at the time, but as life goes on, you realize that those people don't matter at all. The people who hurt you, they don't matter. And the people who love you, they're the ones who stick around.
I don't put up with anything anymore, and no one gives me any crap at school about this kind of stuff. So if you can get through it, it's for the better, and it makes you a stronger person.
No matter what people are saying, they don't really know the true you. People don't really know what's going on inside of you. They don't know what's going on inside of your head, your feelings. Everything is going to get better, and you have nothing to worry about, because I can assure them that they're perfect, and there are people out there who do care about them.
OMG, Bethany is so ugly.
Sophia, did you hear Bethany killed herself?
No.
Stop it, stop it. Oh. Sorry, did you hear Bethany killed herself?
Yo guys, did you hear Bethany killed herself?
4,400 teens kill themselves every year because of cyberbullying.
They go and put those videos up to try and make me look bad, as if I'm some kind of crazy nut. And there comes a point, Thunderfoot, when enough is enough, and you've got to step in. You are responsible, because I know the atheists say, "Oh, we have no leaders," but you're responsible. You're high-profile people. You're responsible as a collective group. to come together. You come together to defend atheism against Christianity. Well, you need to come together and you need to meet together and you need to have a discussion and you need to discuss about the atheist community and what you're going to do with me. And I think as an atheist community, you should leave me alone. I am sorry that I made hundreds of thousands of videos against atheism. And I'm really sorry about that. And I've said sorry. Alright? But it's my express wish that I wish to move on. And I have a right to move on. And it's no good saying, oh, well, Jason has to take responsibility. I have taken responsibility. I have apologized. But that doesn't mean other people can move on. But I can't move on. I can't move on because you atheists are still uploading my old videos. You put them on these channels where they're archive channels, which is not my wish. I wish for those archive channels to be closed because some of them have been involved in cyberbullying. One of them, the Jason Burns archive, sent me a threat, said, I'll declare war on you and we'll DMCA you. So these have been abusive archive channels and they need to close because they're perpetuating this conflict and war between you and me, and I don't want this war anymore. I don't want to be involved in it. It makes me ill, it gets me depressed, I'm always ganged up on, it's always like 100 against 1. I never get a fair hearing, I never get a fair opportunity to get my side across, so I don't want to get involved in this war because I'm being misrepresented all the time. And so there's just been a wrong impression of me given out because of this ideological war. So I don't want it anymore, but these people want to pull me back into it, and I'm not going to get involved in it. I just want the freedom to get on and do what I'm doing. I don't mind them making videos critiquing my videos. I don't mind them making videos critiquing whatever. But they're not allowing me to move on. Those Google archive channels should close down. There should be a moratorium and an acceptance that Jason needs to move on and allow me to move on. Otherwise, you're just involved as a community in cyberbullying. You're involved in trying to stir up somebody's depression and make it worse so that they could go off the rails so that you could score brownie points. Well, it won't happen because I'm not going to get involved in the community with you, in your community, or involved with you anymore. So the ball's in your court because as of today, there's no communication will I make with any atheist on YouTube anymore. You refuse to engage in academic debates as a community. You refuse to have academic debates. You refuse to have scholarly dialogue with me. And so at that point, I don't want any communication with any of the atheists on YouTube. So now it's up to you to calm these people down and to stem the tide of this abuse. And if you don't, then it's not me who's perpetuating this ideological war. It's you as a community and not me, and you need to take responsibility for that, not me, because I'm not going to be involved in it. It will be purely of your invention as a community. And if these people close my channels, if these people attack me, if these people, I just let it go over my head and forget about it and just get on with my life. But I would like the freedom to be able to be me on YouTube, free that I'm safe in my own home, free that my family, if they're dying, I'm not going to be harassed, freedom to just be me. Thank you.